Hey survivors, EMoney and the old man with you again, ready to watch episode 8 of The Last of Us. Alright, so last week we got to see Ellie's origin story, I guess you would call it. How she got infected and the whole backstory with that. And also, Joel's in a bad way. He's down in the basement trying to recover from a stab wound and not doing too good.
Assume that's from the game?
Yes, it is. Alright, so before we get started today, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications, give us a thumbs up, and if you like, leave us a comment. Help us reach 1,000 subscribers in 2023. And if I like your comment, I might share it on next week's episode. It's your last chance for The Last of Us, because, next episode's going to be the last one, so obviously I can't share those comments. Not on The Last of Us anyways.
No.
Alright, so speaking of comments, what do you say we share some of yours from last week? Alright, so Great Scott says, some of the other nods, we were talking about nods to The Last of Us Part 2 and the foreshadowing they were building up for it.
Okay. Are these spoilers?
Not too bad. Besides what appeared to be Dina, I mentioned how Ellie's future girlfriend was the one staring at her in the cafeteria in Jackson.
Oh, okay.
To The Last of Us Part 2 and Episode 6 were slight spoiler warning. Joel mentioning the farm with sheep while talking to Ellie around the campfire. The young horse the young horse that Maria shows to Ellie is named Shimmer. The map in the university has a route leading from Salt Lake City to Seattle, and not so much a nod, but the thriving town of Jackson that we see here is not the first game. It's not in the first game at all, but is fully realized in the second. I mean, I know we see some kind of town that Tommy's hanging out in the first game, but I guess his point is they're still up and coming in the first game because they're just getting the first generator online when Joel and Ellie first show up in the first game.
Okay.
So good points there, Great Scott. And then CMC official, he has a couple things to say here. I know the old man has been asking for some zombie movies, and I'll be honest, you probably have heard of these titles, and if you didn't, then I'll be pleasantly surprised. So here are just a few. One Cut of the Dead.
Oh, stop. Not familiar with that one.
Not familiar. Okay. One Cut of the Dead. Okay.
I'll have to investigate that.
Okay. The Girl with All the Gifts. We actually have heard of that one, yeah. Maggie.
That's the Arnold one.
Is that the Arnold one? I think, yeah. Okay.
Seen that.
Fido.
I actually haven't seen it. I own a copy. I just never got around to watch it because I think it's a zombie.
Yeah.
Which I've seen some good zombies, but it's not my main forte.
Yeah.
But I watch it.
Pontypool.
Seen it.
Okay. Flight of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Chopper Chicks.
No.
Chopper Chicks in Zombie Town. Okay, that's... No?
Still no.
Okay.
All right.
And Versus, 2000 version.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. Okay, so we're gonna...
3?
at least 2.
All right.
One Cut of the Dead and Chopper Chicks in Zombie Town. So...
Wait a minute.
Pontypool, you said...
No, that's the one in the radio station. I've seen that one.
Okay. Girl with All the Gifts. Maggie... Okay, Fido, you said you've heard of it, you haven't seen.
So that's the third one that I need to watch.
Okay. So...
good job.
Yeah, good picks,
Excellent.
CMC official. We're gonna research those and we're gonna confirm that he has in fact not seen them.
Yeah, don't throw a piece of paper away.
Right. And at least we know that this is not the end of the show. The series has been so successful that HBO greenlit a second season right after episode 2 dropped. So,
Nice.
The Last of Us Part 2, the game, has much more material to present the audience and is quite darker than the first game in my opinion, and also more controversial. I would say so. It's really split the fans because there are 3 key things in the second game that I think made a lot of people hate it.
Don't you spoil it.
And I can't really go into more detail than that without spoiling things. So I guess I have to leave it at that. But The three things. One, the first one I could forgive. The other two, no. You should have not done that, game makers. Okay, so thank you, CMC official and
Thank
Great
you,
Scott.
yeah. Good job.
Appreciate it. All right, so you ready to get this party started?
Yeah, EMoney, would you just please push the button?
Okay.
Looks cold.
Revelation 21.
It's pretty damn cold.
And I saw the ground is too cold to dig. We'll bury your father in the spring.
Thinking they already did something else with him.
Well, that look meant something.
I mean, last we checked, you still couldn't use that thing really well.
Yep. And holding it like that, if you fire it, you're going to drop it.
See YouTube videos and pictures of people holding the rifle, and it's like, you know, they have it wrapped around because they don't want to kill their shoulder, and they have their eye right up to the scope. Like, what do you think is going to happen?
We're about to get a black eye.
Mm-hmm. As somebody who you know, chased rabbits and squirrels as a kid, you know, running after them doesn't do anything. And please don't trip and fall while you're holding a rifle.
That could be very, very bad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, looky there.
Yeah, that's a meal right there. Whatever Joel was telling you last time.
Do it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yep.
Oh, get moving. Get moving.
I'm from a large group too. Also hungry.
Well, even so,
I feel like we would have run into each other by now.
We're not asking for charity. We can trade you. Look, it's a 4-mile round trip back to our settlement. It's
There
gonna
you
be
go. It's going to be a
while.
Yeah.
I have some oil and matches in my pack. We could take shelter.
Even if
Put a fire.
James, you know, has a brisk pace, yeah, it could take, what, 2 hours minimum?
Easily.
Go.
Fair enough.
I wouldn't be that close to him,
So, what's your name?
especially holding a rifle.
It's hard to trust strangers, I know, but I honestly mean to scavenge what they could. And only 3 of them came back.
Yeah.
And the one that didn't was a father. Turns out he was murdered by this crazy man.
Yeah.
And get this,
If it's who I'm thinking of, it wasn't murder.
That
It was
crazy
self-defense.
was traveling with a little girl.
Your guy
See?
attacked the crazy man with a baseball
Everything
bat.
happens for a reason. James, lower the gun.
I mean,
Did you bring the medicine?
wouldn't instinct tell you to kill them
Yeah,
both right
lower
now?
it to her.
Mhm.
David.
You got the deer, just walk away.
So you're just gonna let her get away.
Now, do you know how to administer penicillin?
I,
Do
I'm
not.
okay. I know how to draw it from the vial, and I know how to do the, you know, little squirt,
Get
I
the
guess.
air bubbles out.
Right.
Does she know to do that?
I don't know. And also, how much do you give him?
Yep. And okay, like she just said, where do you stick him?
You, I guess in the infected area. I mean, that I just saw. I mean, that looks like a lot.
If you don't give him enough, it doesn't do anything to the infection, and it keeps getting worse.
Maybe you know, Fedra school teaches you that.
Man, that looks just ridiculously cold.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can see the benefit of, you know, living in the cold in this world, but damn, that's a big sacrifice.
I mean, it's okay if you can stock up enough to get through the cold.
Yeah. I mean, if you're like Tommy's community and you can, you know, harness electricity,
Medicine.
sure it is.
So they already got the deer back, and you already butchered it?
Doubt it. I mean, I feel like She's probably done this often enough that she knows what venison looks like and smells like.
If you've heard a rumor, yes, we found a girl who was with the man who took Alec from us.
You tried to kill him.
When the sun rises, I'll lead a group out to pick up her trail.
Ow! Damn!
I mean, are they all docile because they're starving or because they're afraid of them?
Well, I wouldn't want to get real close to him myself right now. And I bet his little church sermons are mandatory.
What does a lengthy diet of living on nothing but meat do to you?
I don't know. Nothing good.
Yeah. Figure raising chickens is a good investment in the apocalypse.
You better be able to protect them. Because you talk about prey food.
Yeah. And another problem, I have no idea how often I'm supposed to give it to them.
Can you overdose on it?
I would think so.
We bring her back with
You know,
us.
whatever spot the video game scenes are based on,
I mean, the
I wonder if they
question
chose
is
those
such a
exact
lady.
same spots
You can
to
let
do
it
the
go.
show, because sure as hell it looks
Bring
the
that
same.
girl back with us. She's just another mouth to feed. If we leave her out here, she'll die. Yeah, maybe that's God's will.
You don't interpret God's will, James. I do. Yeah.
Damn it.
I got her!
Oh, there goes your rod.
Do it.
Whoa. What boss man say?
Yep. He's on the move.
And buddy boy, you're in trouble.
There we go. No, no, it's over. It's over. So, one guy you lost looking for revenge.
But if you can't find a way to trust me, then yes, you are alone.
Well, we kind of got off to a bad start here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, your people attacked us, and now they don't like me very much. So, not sure we're going to get past that.
Ow.
Okay, so the guy on the ground was the second guy, and the third guy you just knocked out.
Yep. So one dead, two still around.
Yeah. I think Joel's feeling better.
You next. Oh, please. I don't know any girl.
Wrong answer.
Oh, Jesus! Marco. He can't help you. Oh, fuck! Oh, the town! What town? Silver Lake. Oh!
You must have gone to
Not a
school.
real town name.
Jack Bauer
It's a resort.
School
Resort?
of
Torture?
making people talk.
Go ask him, he'll tell you I'm not lying.
No! No! Shit! Motherfucker, fuck you! I ain't telling you shit.
I don't think he cares.
Okay. No.
I believe him.
No.
3.
Yep. So they lost 4 to Joel.
Yep.
Not sure how big a little town is, but it's going to be less people to feed.
Yep. And you just can't leave well enough alone.
What does she see? I have a suspicion, like the rest of a body, an ear.
Ah. You just leave that on the floor like that?
I don't think your friend would either. Didn't he take another man's life to save yours?
He was defending himself.
He was defending you.
But he was
But you knew
defending himself.
I mean, that's kind of
I see a
6'1".
lot.
Yeah, I mean, the guy came at
So
him.
do I.
Yeah.
And you know what I see when I look at you? Violent.
Ooh, so you have a very high opinion of yourself.
I mean,
You don't know anything about
I feel
me.
like most people should be violent if they survive this
In
long.
that cage
Probably
right
had to
now.
have been.
All right.
Put that knife of yours in your hand. You'd stick me in a second. What does cordyceps do? Is it evil?
Is
No.
the virus?
Yeah.
It's fruitful. It multiplies. It feeds and protects its children. And it secures its future with violence if it
Sounds
must.
like he admires it.
Kind of a twisted way to look at it.
It loves.
Really twisted.
Don't know about that.
Are you telling me all of this?
If he leaves us in peace, they will just let him go.
I mean, they were about to disobey your orders when you were 20 feet away.
They follow me. And we do whatever we needed for our people. Imagine the life we could give them.
You might want to pull your hand back, you blithered idiot. Oh, you so stupid.
No.
I don't know what she was thinking anyway. She didn't kill him, how would she would have get out, even with the keys?
Would have had to have at least knock him out.
Let's see what I go tell the others now. How did you put it? Tiny little pieces?
I don't think he's a nice person.
No.
Penicillin's magic.
Right?
It's like a freaking D&D healing potion.
That little penicillin with a bit of epinephrine.
Wait, don't do it! Please don't do it! Please don't!
You had your chance.
No! I'm infected! I'm infected.
It's okay, all the more reason to kill her.
And now so are you.
Okay, I don't get the logic here. If she's infected, why wouldn't you go ahead and kill her?
What did you say?
So, the first guy she actually killed.
There's 5 guys that killed from this group.
Yep.
I would put that out.
He could, but I don't know what his logic is. He's too obsessed with getting her, I guess.
I mean, isn't this the same building where the meat is?
Yep. Or, yeah,
Maybe.
No way out, Ellie.
it is where they were eating earlier.
Doors are locked. And I have the keys. You don't know how good I am!
Yeah, I know exactly how good
You
you
don't know
are.
what I could have given you! Neither one of us is dying today.
I would bet on that.
No.
You see, I changed my mind. I decided you do need a father.
Like, why do you yell right before you attack?
Fuck! The fighting is the part I like the most. Don't be afraid. There's no fear in love.
There.
6.
Yep.
All right, he's dead.
Now hit him a few more times.
Now I know they'd kill you.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like some of them might be relieved.
You know what I've noticed about this show?
What's that?
Hasn't really been a lot of infected.
Yeah, I was thinking that as she was stumbling out of the building, it's like, yeah, there was no infected in this episode.
I mean, the entire show.
Yeah.
There's the one scene where they all come up pouring out of the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But if you take that scene out, there's been, what, 3? 4?
Let's see. I mean,
You had the 2 clickers that...
they are talking. I mean, there's a night one or day one, when Sarah dies. Then there's where Tess gets bitten.
You had a whole herd of them come rushing in on that scene.
Yeah. Okay. So there's that. The Bill episode that didn't have any infected.
Well, you had one that the fence took care of him.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I mean, there's not
a huge number of infected.
yeah for a movie about a zombie-ish apocalypse. All right, so that was episode 8 of The Last of Us with one more to go.
Just one.
Yeah, and it better be an extended episode because I feel like there's a lot more story to tell with just one episode.
Well, maybe they're not trying to wrap up the entire first game in one season.
Yeah, gotta wait until the next season to wrap up the first game.
My question is, are they already filming the next season?
I mean, guy said it was picked up for season 2 after the second episode dropped, so already hard at work. So, you know who played James, David's second right-hand man?
Let me figure out who James is. Okay.
The guy
was with him when they met Ellie.
Right, and the first guy that Ellie killed, presumably.
Okay.
That is actually Troy Baker, who played Joel in the video game.
So he did voiceover work.
Well, he did the voice, and also, if you can watch on YouTube, the Troy Baker and the girl, I forgot her name, I'll put it up on the screen here, but the little girl from Growing Pains, the youngest daughter, who also was in Blind Spot, the TV show.
So she's not a little kid anymore.
Yeah, she was in Blind Spot TV show. She played the computer analyst person.
Okay.
Anyway, she was the voice of Ellie. So her and Troy, there's actually scenes where they actually wear those, track motion suits.
Oh, okay.
And actually play the scene out.
That's still not the same as, playing a character. But how would you feel if you did that, then you didn't get the part when he did the show?
Well, usually a person only, makes the transition from voiceover to live action if you're very, very lucky.
And there's a reason for that.
Because they don't look the part.
Well, there's that, and a whole different animal when you're actually there on screen acting.
That, and, a lot of people, they sound the part, but they don't really look the part.
I get that.
Like, a couple people who have done the voiceover work, like Ming Na, she, her Star Wars character, she made the transition from voiceover to live action. And seemed like there was a few other people, but it's very rare. So, I would hope Troy Baker would understand that. I mean, he's
he got a job, so.
I mean, he's been doing voiceover work for a long time. All right, so what did you guys think of episode 8 of The Last of Us, and how well do you think they're going to wrap up the first season? So let us know your thoughts in the comments, and also, keep those recommendations for movies and TV shows, post-apocalyptic movies and TV shows going.
You got one more chance.
Yeah. And also, we have started doing the Mandalorian reactions. So the first episode is already up. Next episode goes on later this week, so be sure to catch that and give us a subscribe.
We do occasionally do reaction videos that your boy's not in.
Yes.
But sometimes.
We're all about that Pedro right now. All right, guys. We'll see you on the next one. What was the motto this time around? When we are in need, he will provide.
If you say so.
So, that.
Yeah, well, in that case, and at this time, EMoney and the old man.